Okay,
That's how you
right.
so
Yeah,
whatever
I
you
know.
do.
Yeah. Okay, it's recording on my computer. That makes sense. All right. This is the baby. He's so bad. Get off the counter. You gotta get on the counter. Wait till see if there's a few more people joining.
Sure.
Margaret, I would get started.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in and message the people that were in the event and see
Okay.
if just with
Thanks.
You, but go ahead.
Yeah, so they know. Okay. I don't want to lose my spot. Is it on? Is it on?
I think you can start, Margaret. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got a few people on. So we'll start off and hi, everybody. So let's start out by sharing our successes for February. What is everybody most proud about? Anybody have anything they want to share for February? Even though we're getting to the end of March. Oh, there we go, Susan. Hi, Susan. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
Sorry it took so long. My computer was going nuts.
Oh, that's okay. We're just waiting for some people to join, but we're actually starting and sharing any of our successes for February. Anybody has just whatever you're most proud about.
I got started in February.
Oh, awesome.
So, yeah, I just got started. So, and I've got 2 virtual parties running this week.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And I've
That's
got
good.
2 parties already for April. So,
Oh, awesome. So is one of those your launch parties? For this?
I already had my lunch party.
Okay.
End of February.
Okay. Good.
Yep.
Good, good. Do you have anything, Melissa? For February?
Sorry, we're finishing
That's
bath
okay.
time.
Oh, yeah. That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I thought I had a pretty good February. Nothing, it was pretty good sales for my one show that I had. Not where I wanted to be, but I've also found out I need to have knee surgery here in April. So,
Oh no.
I have to scheduling for some shows and stuff to make things work. So
Yeah.
part of my priority since I found out
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. So that's kind of
Yeah.
going on right now.
Maybe you can do some virtual parties.
and that's just going to be the thing, is how I'm going to feel like for that first week. I'm not going to do anything.
Oh, you'll be tired. Yeah.
I'll be exhausted and not knowing and all that kind of fun stuff. So.
Yeah. Yep. Anybody else have anything to share for February? Nope.
And Margaret, it can be for any month. I should have said
Yeah, or
any
March.
successes. No, any successes. Something in March, anything.
Yeah. I guess I'll just go. My newest recruit qualified in February, I believe, or either February or early March, with a couple of parties. Rachel Gordon.
Woohoo!
Yeah, that's always good. So and her goal was to hit the quick cooker. I think she must have signed in January, and that was the quick cooker month. So she was happy to get that.
Good for her.
Yep. Hi, Amy.
Tanya and I did a fun bridal shower together the beginning of March, the first week of March.
Nice.
How did it go?
Not bridal shower, I mean bridal show. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay. So did you have like a booth set up?
We did, yep. In
Oh,
Mahnomen.
1 second. Oh, in Mahnomen?
Was there a lot of traffic? Was there a lot of people there?
There was a lot of people there. Yeah.
Hi, Missy.
You know what I will say though from that, thank you for doing that, because then you made that nice well-stocked flyer thing for the rest of us. So thank you. So I'm sure glad you did that.
Yeah. You know, I was looking through Director Success trying to find one, and the one that I found still had like the executive cookware listed on it, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be quite the task. But thankfully I kept searching and found a more updated one, so it wasn't as big of a job as I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I already used it for a bridal. I have a bridal shower at a restaurant, so that's the first time I won't be cooking.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've never not cooked at a bridal shower, so we'll see how it goes.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, Missy.
Hi. I'm having problems with my phone.
Oh.
It won't sit up, and I'm trying to change a diaper.
Oh, okay. Do you have anything you wanted to share about February? Anything exciting or what about?
Not really. I don't have water in my basement right now,
Oh, no.
but that's March, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you don't have any.
Yeah. Good. Well, anybody?
I'm glad you don't either. I'm
Yeah.
glad you don't either, but I'm sorry for the poopy diaper.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, good. So let's talk a little bit about March. Who's excited for March? New month, new products, kind of a fresh start. What are you guys excited about? Any of the new products? Have you been trying them out yet?
Just got them, so I got to try them out.
Okay. I did a open house at Family Fair this past Saturday, and I didn't have a ton of people, but I had probably about 10, and I forced myself to get my products. Well, they were out of the box, but I hadn't used them yet. And I forced myself to use the batter dispenser, the multigrater, and the waffle puff pan. So it was actually good to do that. And I like all of them. As much as I thought, I wasn't too crazy about them when I saw the new products, as I started using them, I've used the waffle puff pan now a few times, and I actually like using it with the batter dispenser.
I bet. I think the batter dispenser is going to be a big hit.
I do too. I didn't think it was, but I think it works pretty slick if you follow the directions.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that you can't mix like 2 batches of things in a row without cleaning it out because it gets kind of sticky, but I think it works really well I've used it on the donut pan at a party, and people were pretty impressed too, because you can squirt the batter out just like right in the donut pan.
Exactly. I have a lot of friends that are grandmas, and they are excited to use it with their grandkids because it'd be something they can do pretty much by themselves
Yep.
with a little bit of supervision.
Yep. I think it's good for people that like to bake like cupcakes and brownies from the box because you can just mix it all and then just get it right into the pan, into whatever pan you're using. It does work good with the waffle pan too.
With the waffle pan, did you use it on a flame or electric stovetop?
A flat top, a glass top. And my own stove is like a glass top one, and then the one at Family Fare was glass top, and that's what I had used. And I preheated it on medium high for about 3 or 4 minutes. I kind of followed the directions, and then I put the batter in, flipped it over, and then it was like about 3 minutes, and then I flipped it again, and it was about 2 more minutes.
And Amy, I have a gas stove and I've used it too. I mean, that's what I've been using on the gas stove. Thank you. Remember we had this discussion, girls, because I was like, it doesn't say gas on the instructions.
Okay. So anybody else use the new products yet or excited about anything before we go on to our next?
Just a reminder, we're recording, so if you do have background noise, mute yourself, and then you can always unmute yourself.
I'm gonna take a shower.
Okay.
Okay, Margaret,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to mute everybody. I don't think they can hear me, and I can't mute anybody.
Okay.
I give you the host thing, so just mute all, and then they can unmute themselves. And
Okay.
then I will move on. Amy said you sounded muffled. I don't think you sound muffled. Am I the only one that doesn't think that?
Okay. Let me see where the mute all is. So bottom left, it just says mute. Or is it under manage participants?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Why don't you get a drink and go grab
Is there a mute all button? Sorry.
There should be under your host screen. I gave you my host thing, so I can't do it now.
Okay. Oh, mute. I see it. Okay. Okay. You're all muted. Okay. Second here. So next thing on the agenda was just to talk a little bit about Disney. Some of you might be dreaming of traveling Pampered Chef style to Disney, and it's not too late to make that a reality. Does anybody have that goal or part of that group that's working on that?
I'll give a shout out though, because that's the next post. So Margaret and Jennifer are already on track for Disney. So kudos to them. But like she said, it's not too late to catch up on points either.
Yep.
That was the end of February. I don't have March points yet, but I definitely know that there's lots of people that are going for it.
Yep.
I'm not sure about who's on here that's going for it. So speak now up if you guys are one of those people. I am.
Yep. I am, I hope. So there's ways you can earn it. If you recruit, you get 3,000 points for each qualified recruit. And then, you can do it selling products. You earn $1 or a point for every dollar in commissionable sales. And so I think when it comes to earning the trips, it really helps if you can do some recruiting because that's a lot of points. And if somebody promotes to a director on your personal team, you earn 6,000 points. And then they have that consistent goal. If you sell $2,000 each month, you earn 1,000 extra points when you do 2,000 each month of a quarter. So that's, for those of you who are consistent with that, you can also earn points. So there's really 4 ways to earn. And if you want to track that, you can go on the website and there's a tracker and it'll real time let you know how many points you need and how many points you have, depending on whether you're a consultant or a team or a director in the different categories. So it's not too late. So who was active in February and helped us to achieve? We had $51,000 in $51,095 in sales. So raise your hand or shout out if you were somebody who was active in February and helped contribute to that goal. Awesome. And you have like a really good month? Everybody's on mute now.
I just had my launch party is all in February.
Oh, that's good. And it's good to be consistent every month, even if you don't have like a big month. Just being consistent and having something to stay active. Do you guys know what it is per month to stay active? Do you know, Susan? You're a little bit newer, so I'm going to test.
No, I don't.
$150 in sales
Okay.
every month. And you want to maintain that because sometimes there's just different perks. And if you're not active every month, you'll miss out on some of that stuff. So it's important to strive for more, but at least hit that minimum goal so that you're not going to miss out on some of the perks where you need to be active for like 3 months. Like if it's a changeover kit, the new season, or it's like the kit enhancement month. You don't want to like have an inactive month in there or you'll miss out on some of those opportunities. So good. Right. So congratulations to all the teams that were active in February. Looks like we had the Copy team, the Weatherby team, Tompkins team, Schwartz team, and the Grieve team. Brenda, did you want me to share any more on that part?
So our goal is to have all the teams green. I don't think the Tompkins team was green in February.
Okay.
I mean,
Right.
I don't have that in front of me, but
Yep.
that's our goal too. Our goal is really to have every consultant active
Mhm.
and every director team be green and everybody get paid at their title. Because the other thing I'm going to mention about the $150 a month is, and those of you that are on here to know this, once you're not consistent, it's very easy to let your business go.
Yeah.
And when you have 2 months of inactivity, you actually lose your career sales, which is very, is not something I would want to do because
And is it if you're just inactive for 1 month, like completely inactive? Is that when you lose them?
so in 2 months, when you not submitted sales in 2 months, you lose your whole career sales. So you start
Yeah.
over with 0.
Yeah.
And I really feel
Yeah. And that's all.
like, oh, I want to sell $100 for. Yeah.
So let's give a big shout out to the consultants who were paid at their title as senior consultant last month and gets a 1% raise on their sales and their downline sales. Does anybody know who that is? Melissa? Melissa Dirk. Brenda, can you cover the drawing thing? Because are we actually doing that now?
Yep. Yeah. So I can do pieces of paper quick. I can do that.
Okay.
Or why you do the pieces of paper and I can talk about it. So you want to do that?
Yeah. So it's the,
So what we're doing is we're doing the cash pot.
yep.
And so for every recruit the previous month, that recruiter gets $2 into a drawing. And
Yep.
so the recruiters this last, I'm sorry. I don't have that sheet in front of me, Margaret. So I'm sorry.
I do.
I don't have that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do I just draw? Because the recruiters were you, Donna Cooper, Jennifer Grieve ×2, and then Nikki Odens?
So what we do is we put all those in a drawing.
Okay.
If a director name is picked, then that money will carry over to next month. So what it is, it's a drawing for $10, but Jennifer and myself will not take the $10 if we get chosen. And so if one of us get chosen out of there, then it goes to the next month. But we'll post that, and the pictures are on. We'll post it again, the organizational success. But so that's who recruited last month. So there's $10 in the pot, and so we have 5 people going in there, right, Margaret? You have 5 people's names in there.
Yep.
And then Margaret will do the live drawing right now for $10, and like I said, if myself or Jennifer are chosen, then that money carries over to next month, and it keeps building. So, so are you ready? Is everybody ready?
Yep. I'm getting the names in.
Oh, I hate this muted stuff. I wish people would unmute themselves and say, woo, woo, woo. Yeah, we're ready, Brenda.
I know. Let's have some cheering. I'm getting the names in. So draw here, 1 second. All right, everybody ready? The cat took my spot. Oh, God. Okay. Back. All right, and the winner is Donna Cooper. So Donna Cooper is the winner of the drawing. And she's not on, but we'll post that. So congratulations, Donna. All right. So let's have a reminder about our baby steps to recruiting in our copy organization group. We have not had anyone participating. Any reasons why or why not?
I sent all my stuff out, but just didn't seem to have any interest. But I feel like because I had a party in February and then I had my launch party, my friends and family kind of are pampered Jeffed out right now.
Oh, okay.
And the hosts are that I've got these 2 parties are 2 of my friends. So, but I still have got it built into both of the parties that are running this week. So it'll all hit again tomorrow. So
Okay.
I'm trying. You can't make them do it.
Right. You have to inspire. Yeah. Did you have any more on that, Brenda, that you wanted to talk about, or on the baby?
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I think that the one thing, though, going back to what Sue just said, is I really feel like it's important to remember this. Anybody that wants to be successful in this business, it doesn't matter if it's if you want to be $150 every month, if you want to sell $1,000, it really is very important to get outside your comfort zone and really get outside your family and friends right away, because you cannot build a business in your family and friends. It just doesn't happen. And so that, and I missed that part before, but the one thing is with that sharing, the business part is that what you're talking about, Margaret? I'm sorry, I had to answer the phone there, but yeah. And so sharing the business, really, we just want you to get to know, like, really this business is all about 3 opportunities, which is buying products, saving money by hosting a party, and sharing this business opportunity. And so I really thought, and we're going to do this in a little bit too, but I really think it's important to remember why you started, why everybody on here started, because I can guarantee you we all started for different reasons.
Yeah.
And so I think it's important to remember that when you're talking to people and letting them make their own decisions. But we'll talk about the recruiting part next in a little bit. So
Yeah, we'll talk about that towards the end. But we're going to talk a little bit about bookings right now. So if you have a piece of paper handy, and start listing some hosts that are going to fit some criteria that I'm going to read off of here. It might help you get some ideas for bookings for March. And does anybody know what the host special is? And we're at the middle of March, so you could either do this for March or the April host special, which is, anybody know what the special is for April? March is Rock Crocs.
Cookware.
Cookware. Yep. So when you think about potential bookings, hosts, list out, and you can find this too on your business reports. But anybody who already owns a rock crock or a piece of cookware, or all past hosts that who've ordered cookware, are good ones to start out with. People who bought the cookware, they know how good it is, and they might be looking for a piece to add to their collection. And now with the spring products, we have that the stainless steel wok, which is, I don't know if anybody's used that. That's probably my favorite new product. But, just listing past hosts or guests who either own a rock crock or a piece of cookware would be a good one to start, good list to start with. Or what about guests from your January and February parties? We talk about doing customer care and going back and looking at who those guests were. And there's a couple of things you can do at our last meeting. You can actually email them through going into your past closed parties, and you can send an email, or you can be more personal and actually message or text those guests from past parties. Let them know what the special is. You can go through your cell phone contact list. I've done that before when we have our booking things. Like, I'll just scroll through it, and there might be somebody that just maybe lately, you haven't talked to them lately about Pampered Chef, but they're like a fan of Pampered Chef. That's a good source for potential bookings. You can go through your email list as well. And of course, you can do out and abouts through people you meet throughout the day. I don't know if any of you are on the Coffee Talk page, but there's kind of a fun thing where they call it Pull to Polito. I'm trying to think of her first name. Does anybody remember? She's really good at out and about contacts.
Her name is Laura.
Laura Polito, yep. She's really comfortable because she's gotten used to it. And so when she about Pampered Chef and they get excited or they book a party or whatever, she'll post it on the Coffee Talk page. People are doing that, and then they'll do the same thing and they'll say Pull to Polito. It's kind of fun. But I think the important part too when you're contacting people is just to remember to be personal. Add something unique. Maybe it's something about the person, so that it doesn't look like spam or like you're just mass messaging people. Maybe you include their name, or you include something about their party, mentioning that, and avoid sending out like a group text personalized. You can copy and paste part of it, but I always think it's good to include their name so they know that it's personalized to them. I'm just going to look at, and there's incentives to host a party in March and April. Like, the brand new products are out, and not a lot of people have seen the new catalog. And again, they can get some of the new products for half price. Or you can also talk about the new party themes. And I haven't watched this yet. I don't know if anybody has, but there's a new prep ahead party theme. Has anybody checked that out?
I downloaded it and glanced through it, but I haven't really studied it.
Yeah.
I've looked through. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say there's a lot of new recipes and such in there, but I haven't really pulled it all together and figured out what I would do with it yet.
I really liked the idea of using it for a virtual party, but it's definitely geared more towards in-home cooking show. It's there isn't much in there for graphics for virtual party.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you have ideas, Megan, then for that part, since you do more? I know I do more cooking shows, but for those of you that do more virtual parties, does anybody have more ideas on where to find would you just pull in graphics from the marketing imagery? Is that what you're thinking, or what are you thinking, Margaret? Or Megan? Megan, sorry.
Well, to be honest, I mean, it would be really nice if they supplied more images for that, because I think that in general, the prep ahead type stuff would be good for pretty much any party, you know, online party. The prep ahead type stuff with, you know, doing your make ahead, like veggie prep or whatever on one day for the whole week, that kind of thing. And there really isn't graphics to support that. And they don't have graphics made up like the nice handy square ones that have the whole recipe laid out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know
And
exactly.
they show a nice finished picture of it. They really
Yeah.
don't have that for a lot of the cooking show ones, and I wish that they would supply more of those images for all of the party packs and not just for the virtual ones, because then it would be easy to cross over with any of them.
Yeah, I agree, because sometimes I'm trying to find that like one page that has the recipe together, and they're hard to find sometimes. Like, and I like that on the virtual parties. It's just an easy way for people to see the recipe. But anybody else use the party themes? Or anybody have like a favorite party pack that they use? I do more cooking parties, and I do go into there just to get ideas. Like, I've done 3 brunch parties out of the last 4 weekends, and I did get some ideas from that for the meals, but then I had to switch a little bit because I had the 3 parties were all the same people were coming to all the parties, and I don't want to do the same meal every time. So that is one time when I'll try to switch it up and change at least one thing. But for the brunch parties, I was doing like a rock crock egg bake, which is really easy to do, and it shows off the rock crock and some of the prep tools. And then I was doing donuts for dessert with the batter dispenser. So sometimes that's a good way to get bookings, though. Like for some people that maybe don't want to have a party, if you start talking, I think, about the party themes, like whether it's, you know, like the soup and slippers or the brunch and bevs or the fajitas and margaritas, sometimes that entices people. So I don't know, when I'm at my cooking parties, I try to bring up a few of those themes, because when people hear that, sometimes then they think it's more fun when they can have a theme. All right, so let's take a minute to applaud our top performers for the month of February. Brenda, do you want me to try sharing the screen? I don't know. I don't want to mess anything up.
You should just be able to press the button, but
I'm not sure how to.
I mess it up every time, but so I don't think it really matters. But yeah, I would, or you could just say them out loud. It doesn't matter.
I'm going to say them out loud. Yeah, I haven't figured out how to share. This is like terrible. Okay. Our top seller in February was director Jennifer Grieve. She had $7,219 in sales. The second top sales for February was me, Margaret, $3,343. And then we had Chastity Lavelle, $3,041. Donna Cooper with $2,829. Justine, $2,779. And then we had Jordan Hogenston. Is she new, Brenda? I haven't seen her name before.
Brand new consultant. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So 2,700. We had 3 people all like at 2,700. We had Justine, Jordan, and then Melissa Marshall. She was right at 2,700. And then we had Director Kim Tompkins at $2,003. Nicole Odens at $1,618. And then Rachel Gordon, she's the new consultant that just qualified with $1,239. So congratulations to everybody for February. And then we had a few people who had $1,000 shows in February. Justine had a $1,500 show. Jennifer Grieve had one at $1,452. I had one at $1,349. Emily Brewer, $1,087. Chantel Covert, $1,031. And then I had one that was at $1,011.
I think it's important right there, Margaret, to talk about the importance of really working towards $1,000 shows. So if anybody hasn't had $1,000 shows, then maybe share your best tip for other people. That, because I really do think that's working smarter, not harder. Because if
Yeah.
people have a $300 show average, they've had to have 3 shows compared to your $1,000 show. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong. I know it's not always $1,000 show. That's not my point. But the people that
Yeah.
had $1,000 shows,
Yeah.
if you give some tips, that would be awesome.
I try to, when I have those bigger shows, there's a couple things. I mean, and I don't always do a great job with this, but I try to remember the host coaching so that you can get a lot of people at the party. Always try to do that host coaching and recommending that they invite, at least 40 people. And there's lots of good training on host coaching and connecting with them. But if they don't have a lot of people at the party, a lot of times they get those orders afterwards. So I try to help with that too, especially if they have a Facebook event. I'll actually help with messaging people and help them to do that too, so that they get more online orders. But I do mostly cooking parties, and I always try to use like my Rock Crock, or I haven't been using so much the cookware, but I probably use my Rock Crock or my quick cooker, because those bigger items, people, if you can sell those and know those products well, and I probably do best with the Rock Crock, you'll get a person or two who will just order those items outright without hosting a party. They'll just buy a Rock Crock, or they'll buy like a deep cover baker. A lot of people seem to have the deep cover baker now, so I've been trying to use the Rock Crock more. And also another good one is the double burner grill pan. But it's using the bigger products, and then also talking about the top products like the knives, and then the stoneware, the Rock Crocks, and then the quick cooker, because it also helps to get bookings. But I would say those are probably the biggest things, and I'm not always successful, especially with online parties. I'm not as consistent, and I know those are, you have to get the participation going with those, and I'm not the best to give tips on that. But for cooking parties, I try to use the bigger items and know those items really well, so that I can talk about the benefits of having them. So I don't know, Brenda, if you have any advice for...
Well, anybody that does the virtual parties with, because I have to say too, one thing about the, I think it's really important to remember this about the cooking shows and virtual parties. Those of us that do cooking shows, we know that the show average is higher for cooking shows. And that is why it is recommended that people do four virtual parties each time they do virtual parties, because you don't have as much, like, when you do 4, you're more likely, they say 2 will be successful, 2 will I don't want to say the word flop, but
but they do.
So when you're doing virtual parties, you have to really remember that you don't want to have 1 show a week. You want to have 4 shows.
Yeah. I feel like you have less control. Less control with them. It's kind of frustrating, but because I had 2 like at the same time, and that one was like a $1,300 party, and the other was like $200, and I did all the same things, and it's just interesting.
I'm also going to say about virtual parties though, and I do think, and I know Megan's really good at this, so Megan, you could speak to this too, but you really need to showcase those bigger products, and you still need to cook. So like when, Megan does a great job. I'm just using Megan because I've seen her do it, but the videos, or doing a cooking recipe once a week, or just going on there live and talking about a product. Posting a quick cooker is not going to sell you the quick cooker. The reason why
Yeah.
you sell quick cookers at cooking shows is because they're using it, they get to taste it, they get to try it, they get to see it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Megan, are you still there, or is anybody that does virtual parties still? Megan, could you share a little bit about using those higher priced items on virtually? There, that's what
Yeah,
I
I mean, it's one thing to use all of the videos that Pampered Chef provides because, I mean, they do offer a lot of recipe videos that show the power tools in action, but it makes it a lot more personal when your guests and your host get to see you using the products. I mean, it's the same theory as when you do a demo in a cooking party, you know? They get to see a real person in their own kitchen using a product and see it successfully produce a good recipe. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you've said this before too, Brenda, but the more you can personalize your show, the better it's going to be. So yeah, you could start out with using the Pampered Chef videos, but ideally you're going to work up to doing those demos yourself. And whether you pre-record them and share them in your parties, that's, you know, one option, or you can go live and do it, you know, in your event party, you know, whenever the party's actually running. I mean, it's totally up to you, but the more you personalize it, the better it'll be.
Yeah. So yeah, again, there's, you know, videos on the products. There's training videos, and then there's also, like, even if you go to the Pampered Chef Facebook page, almost once a day now, Tim and the other person in the kitchen or whatever, like, they're always demoing those. And I try to watch that because, especially with the new products, when you don't even really know how to use them, I find that just watching some of those videos makes you a little bit more comfortable and ready to try them out. And I think it's important to use the new products too, because after a while, your good customers have, like, they're starting to have a lot of the products, and I think it's good to learn about the new ones so you can start selling those too. And those are under, like, the training and the resources, the new spring products. You can find the recipes and videos and information there. So. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the March recruiting special. Is everybody aware of what that is? It's not something that's offered very often. It's a $39 kit. And that's in place of the $109 kit, but people can start their business for as little as $39, and they'll get $87 in products. And then they also get, and this is a big thing, that 3-month subscription to the website, and then some business materials. But can you guys think of who that would be a good offer to? Who would maybe be those people that would be interested in starting for $39? Anybody? How about past consultants? Because they already have a lot of the products. Or those people, I mean, I have hosts that have, like, almost the entire catalog. And so they really don't need many products, but they could start for just the $39. Or how about college students that need to pay tuition or pay for student loans? I think we have a couple of those people too. Or even retirees needing to supplement their income. Again, not judging, you know, who would maybe be interested in becoming a consultant. Or people who are already working full-time, busy office workers needing extra income. And again, that startup kit can be used in small kitchens or no kitchen. It's just those products that are in that kit are ones that you can use in the microwave. And so there probably wouldn't be any overlap of what they already have. And then the other huge thing about this month too for March is that every new recruit who submits their 1250 in their first 30 days, they get $250 in PC dollars, and plus the 3,000 points towards earning Disney. Do the new recruits get that too, Brenda? Or is that the person who, the 3,000 points?
3,000 points is the recruiter.
The recruiter.
Yeah.
Right. So that should be some incentive.
Yeah. Especially for the, the reality is this month is a gift. I mean, we already have all the new products, all the new specials. And now they're giving you a $39 kit.
Yeah.
To share the business with other people.
Yeah.
But I think really it is just about the ask. It really is just about asking people. And tomorrow night is that Pampered Chef's webinar. And I really feel like it's important just to challenge yourself. Just like when I say I make 25 two-way contacts to get bookings. You know, I challenge myself to do the same thing when asking people about the business. Because honestly, if you don't do things intentionally, it doesn't happen. And before you know it, like what is today? Today's the 18th. 18 days have already gone by in March, and how many of us have said, well, we'll do that tomorrow, we'll do that tomorrow, we'll do that tomorrow? Anybody guilty of that?
Yeah. Can anybody share, like, has anybody been asking people, and how are you doing it? Are you messaging them? Or I know with the parties I've been doing, I've been talking about it. I haven't recruited anybody, but does anybody have any ideas for what they're doing?
I've been displaying it at my vendor events and just kind of like off to the side, its own little special corner. And I've had some people look at it, but they're kind of almost more interested in the products than wanting to become a consultant.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this is cool. And so I haven't been able to bring anybody on yet, but brings interest.
So Tanya, though, you've been asking.
Yes, definitely.
And I think that's the important part here is it's still the asking and letting people decide. You know what, Tanya, I'm right there with you. I've asked and I haven't had anybody say yes yet. Does that mean that I think that I won't have people say yes by the end of the month? Absolutely not. But because I'm asking enough people where I'm going to find the people that really need this business.
Yeah.
And so kudos to you, Tanya. I just want to give you congratulations there.
So yeah, it's definitely a good incentive for people to join.
Who else has ideas to share this business? I mean, we really still have, like, there's a webinar tomorrow night. So who is some of the number, really when you think about who would be possibly interested in the business, what is the number one person on your list? Who should that be?
Past hosts.
Yep. 5 times you're supposed to ask your past hosts. I think it was like at one time, 60% of your hosts will become your consultants. So that's one. Then what about next? Who else ever sees videos on Facebook where people are cooking or they're posting recipes? Anybody ever see those on Facebook?
Yeah, people that like.
Okay. So what about just dropping a quick message and saying, Margaret, I just saw that recipe that you posted and that looks yummy. You know that I get to cook for a living. Have you ever thought about doing something like this? Or would you like more information about the business? Or, really you're just complimenting somebody and then you're asking them the question. And the reality is that, you know what? It's not to me so much about the people that don't respond. Because I get lots of people that don't respond to me, but welcome to life.
Yeah.
It's not just Pampered Chef. I mean, there's lots of people but I know that when I wrote that, I truly gave them a compliment. And I feel like that's such an art that is lacking in our community too, in our society in general. And so even if I give somebody a compliment and they say no to the business, I know they left that conversation with me feeling good. And that's what I'm here to do. So that's my 2 cents.
Well, and I think it's too, like, just the continuing, you don't want to bother people, but just, every once in a while, I keep asking those people who weren't interested at the time, because they say that most of the ones who join have been asked like 3 or 4 or 5 times before they finally say yes. Not hounding them at all, but when there's a new special, reminding them again.
And honestly, Sue or Vivian or, I mean, well, let's just go through. I think there's a little bit of time, but really, what was the number one reason why you joined Pampered Chef? I mean, Sue, if you don't mind going, because you're a newer consultant. I mean, really, what were you hoping for? Or what did the consultant say? Or what did you hear? Really, just share a little bit about that.
Nikki just asked me, and I enjoyed my virtual party so much, and I've used Pampered Chef for 35 years. So she asked me, and it was like a perfect fit for me right now.
And do you think, Sue, can I ask you a question? And I need you to be honest. If Nikki wouldn't have asked you, okay, if she wouldn't have asked you to join the business or find out more about the business, would you have asked her about the business and said, hey, I want to sign up?
No.
And that's right there. And so the things that you're doing that are amazing right now, I'm sure Nikki, well, I know Nikki is very proud of you, because honestly, she's been even talking about you, and you've been on the training, Sue. You've been doing shows. So yeah, you're 100% right. I mean, you're doing amazing. And if Nikki hadn't given you that opportunity, what you're experiencing now might have not happened. And we're happy to have you on our team. So I'm glad she asked.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Yes. Who else on here? I can't see everybody's name, but who else really, like, who else won? What was the reason why you joined?
I can go next. I joined because I had to get a second job because I needed extra income. Well, plus I loved Pampered Chef products, but I just went through a divorce, and I was just really worried about not having enough money to pay my bills at the end of the month. And so when I thought about having a part-time job, I knew that Pampered Chef, I could do it on my own time, and that I'd also get the benefits of the products, which I already loved. So for me, it was really driven by needing the extra income. And you kept asking me, Brenda.
But you know what, though, Margaret? I'm going to ask you a question since you just said that, too.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel at any time that you were pressured, or that I was bothering you, or that I was harassing you? Or
no, never.
There's a difference between asking a question and then respecting what their answer is at that time, or harassing.
Yeah, no, I never felt that way. And I was having, I had 2 or 3 parties with you, and the timing was just right that last time. And no, I never felt pressured at all. But because you had asked, I'm like, yep, I really want to do this. I need the money, and it was just the right timing. But had you not asked, I don't know if I would have gone out of my way to sign up. But you just asked at the right time.
I think the seed needs to be planted.
Mm-hmm.
And then you fertilize it every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Love that, Sue. And you know, honestly, like, I do a lot of cooking shows, and I'm going to give you this as an example because so many people do this. You got anybody that wants to come to some of my cooking shows sometime, you're going to hear this hands down. But I really, truly do believe, I mean, I do ask everybody the exact same questions. And so the people that have been at the parties numerous times, they'll say, no, Brenda, I'm not interested in the business. No, Brenda, I'm not going to have a party. No, Brenda, I'm not going to have a catalog party. But thank you for asking. I mean, they know. The thing is, too, because I always tell them that I'm going to ask everybody the same questions, because I don't know what your life situation is at that time. You know, who knows? Things might have changed. And I also believe that I don't want anybody to ever leave a party feeling bad because I didn't ask them about the business, but I asked their friend. That's why I don't ever want to be judgmental in who I ask anything to. I want to let people make their own decisions. And the reality is, when you see more people than not now needing second and third jobs, this is you know, like, I was just talking to a girl yesterday, and this was her first Pampered Chef party. She's a stay-at-home mom of 2 young girls. And, you know, right now she didn't say yes to the business yet, but she said, you know, I want something for me. I want something to be able to do that I can do by being home with my kids, but still have interaction and know that I am still, this is for me and I can make some income too. And you know what? that's the thing. Like, I can't empathize with that anymore because I don't have young kids like that, young babies anymore. And I'm not a stay-at-home mom. But I want anybody at a party to know that it doesn't matter your situations. It's really up to you. And I was happy. I mean, for her very first Pampered Chef party, and I got to send her information today about the business. You know, I mean, that's pretty, I feel very happy that she had that good of experience, that she wanted to find out more.
Well, cool. So I think we should all challenge ourselves to ask at least 5 people or invite them to the Pampered Chef webinar, which is tomorrow night. And that would be a good opportunity for them to just see more of what it's about. All right, so we're coming up close to 9 o'clock, but we have a couple more things. Who earned the totes in February? The totes adorbs, the teal and the orange totes. Anybody on here earned them? If you hit $750 in sales in February, you earned those. Anybody? I did. I like them. I've already used them for my freezer mill workshops.
I gotta say something funny about that. Okay, I remember a long time ago, you know that funny guy that's from like North Carolina or South Carolina? What's his name again? Somebody. The barn door guy.
Oh,
congratulations, Megan earned them, she said.
Oh.
Michael Reeves. Michael Reeves.
Oh, yep.
Okay. Anyway, I just want to say, because I think it's pretty funny that you could do it this month too, but you know, like those bags that we earned, way back when we talked about like the 31 bags, he said, well, our bag gets, look at all the stuff you get in it for the same price as a bag. But this month, a lot of people are using that bag that you earned and just putting those small products, the microwave products, the $39 kit inside of them. And wouldn't that be an amazing Facebook Live video too? Saying, you know what, I have an amazing opportunity and I would love to invite you to something tomorrow night. Watch this video and then comment below on what you think. And then show them, you know, take them out of the bag, you know, make it fun.
Yeah, the creative ways. I like them. They're strong. And then they have just like the right size handles on them. So, but yeah, we had several people win those.
Melissa said she earned them.
Who did?
Melissa and Megan both said that they earned them in the chat.
Yep. Awesome.
What about the fancy dancy apron this month? I love that apron.
I want it. I need to wear my aprons at my cooking parties. I never wear, like, I don't usually wear the apron, but that's kind of cool. I should put that one on.
Oh, I can show you. I have mine. Amy wants to see one, but I'll show you.
Oh, I have mine too. I have it right here.
Show the bag too, Margaret.
Okay.
The bag and the apron.
Oh, spy. Here it is.
Woohoo! Do you know what?
It's kind of sharp looking. How cute.
And you know what? I saw somebody and I can post too, but you know, there's that shirt shop in the mall in Fargo, but I'm sure everybody else has it, or you probably have a machine, or maybe you know how to sew. But I've seen a lot of people put their name on top of the Pampered Chef, like their name, like Margaret.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty nice. Getting it embroidered.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cute for sure. Okay. Well, just kind of a heads up again on what the promotions are next month. Remember, it's cookware, so good thing would be to feature cookware in your March parties so you can get those April posts. And then the guest special is the egg slicer and the measure mix and pour cup. So those are the April specials. So you can start offering those as incentives because we're already at the end of March. Other than that,
we're going to be posting the recording. Margaret's going to be posting the recording along with the Google survey.
Yeah.
Our $10, we do a $10 Pampered Chef dollars. So make sure you fill out that Google survey before tomorrow. We're going to give people a chance to listen to the recording too.
Yeah.
But really, and Margaret, I think that there's words to say too, to make sure you challenge yourself and invite 5 people to the webinar tomorrow night.
Yep.
You know,
I'm going to do it.
And then also, don't forget, I mean, there's still plenty of March. I mean, these virtual parties, the nice thing about it is you could start your own party tomorrow. I mean, you can start any virtual party tomorrow. And the really
Yep.
are amazing.
I'm doing a mystery host party Thursday, Friday, Saturday of this week. And I'm just going to invite the people that didn't come to my open house because, it might be some extra sales. So I'm going to squeeze that in. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Thank you. Have a good evening. Bye.